Hi all, good morning. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, yes,
Good
you are.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Okay, so nice to meet you all. Myself, Sia Kapoor, and I will be your trainer for CEH. I am sharing my screen. Just give me a second. Yes. Okay. So, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. So, firstly, let me tell you about myself. I have total 7 years of experience in cybersecurity, which includes pen testing, consulting, as well as trainings. Um, so, my main specialization lies in offensive security, which includes web and network penetration testing. I am CEH Master. I have done certifications into web application security and into network security as well. Okay, so yeah. So firstly, let's begin this session by seeing the table of content. We shall be seeing like what is cybersecurity, what are the domains in cybersecurity, what is ethical hacking, types of hackers, pillars of cybersecurity, phases, and then we shall be moving on with the practical. Okay, so let's see like what is cybersecurity. So before I start explaining, I would love to know from you all, like what is your understanding of cybersecurity? Can anyone just tell me? Yes.
Basically, ma'am, cybersecurity is protecting a data and network infrastructure which is available on network, like corporate data, personal data. It could be anything which is available on network from
Okay.
unauthorized access.
Okay. Yeah, so cybersecurity is that branch of computer science which deals with a lot of practices, processes, and a lot of approaches where we are safeguarding our data, information, computer systems, networks, mobile phones, cloud servers, and related assets. Okay, so cybersecurity is a very big domain. And if I talk about some of the main domains in cybersecurity, we have red team, blue team, we have GRC, and we have purple teaming. In the red team, we have the people who are working in the offensive side. So these people are hacking the systems just to check if there is any weakness or not. For example, if I have created my application and that application is having a beautiful user interface, by seeing the application nobody can tell that this might be having any problem. But hackers, they can still find a lot of flaws in the application, and they can come in the system and they can try to steal the data. So what these red teamers are doing, these red teamers are pretending as if they are the hackers and they are finding the bugs. They will tell company that by this way even a bad person can come in the system. They are the red teamers. Okay, then we have blue teamers. So blue teamers, as the color tells, blue color is the color of ice, water. They are very calm people. They are the defensive people who are continuously checking the servers and systems, and they're keeping an eye, like as if something wrong is happening in the system or not. If something wrong will happen in the system, they will be immediately reporting that to the necessary team. Okay, so if I'll give you an example, so we go on to airport, let's say. There we have to pass the security clearance check, right? Where we keep our bags on that X-ray machine. We have the policemen who are sitting and they are keeping an eye onto the monitors, and that and there they can come to know like what things we have kept in the luggage which we are carrying with us. So the same way even a blue teamer works. These blue teamers, they keep an eye onto the centralized system which is helping in monitoring everything, like if something bad is happening with the system or not, right? Then we have the third domain, that is governance, risk, and compliance. So in GRC, we have the professionals who work on to policy creation for the companies. They work on to risk management and compliance check. And then we have a domain that is purple teaming. So purple teamers, as a name, as a color itself indicates, purple. It's made up of red and blue. So these people work onto both the domains depending on the client's requirements. So some startups, they have limited budget, and even big companies, they also hire purple teamers. Purple teamers, companies expect from them that they should have at least a basic knowledge of red team and blue team. Okay, so they are the three main domains in cybersecurity. And if you talk about application security, AppSec comes under red team, because we have the people who will be searching for the bugs and problems, and they will be working on to the necessary fixes. So they are the red teamers. Ethical hackers are red teamers. Okay. Then we have, you might have heard of SOC analysts, SIEM engineers, they are the blue teamers. And then we have the people, uh, yeah. Yes, Rajesh. Do you have any questions? Okay, Rajesh, if you don't have any questions, you can mute yourself. Okay. So, fine. Now let's see, like, what is ethical hacking? So ethical hacking, here we are the white hat hackers. We will be hunting for the bugs in the system with a good cause, because we are helping organizations in keeping them secure. We will be telling them that your system is having this weakness, you kindly patch it before a bad hacker sees it and exploit it. Okay, so all right. And now if I'll tell you that if you want to become ethical hacker, or if you want to become, let's say, if you want to become system administrator, or if you are working into this domain, then also the knowledge of cybersecurity is important, and you should go for CEH certification. Now in the CEH, we have these modules. So we have the basic module, firstly, that is introduction to ethical hacking, where we see like what is ethical hacking, why it is important. We even see a lot of frameworks, we learn about a lot of compliances and basic terminologies which you will be needing in the cyberspace. Those things we shall be learning in the foundations module, that is the first module. Because in CEH, we get people from diverse backgrounds, and to make everybody come at the same platform, we have the first module, that is the intro module. Then we have the second module, that is footprinting and reconnaissance. So if I'll tell you, so you can just see here. Yeah. So whenever any hacker does hacking, he is basically following these five phases. So every hacker goes through these five phases whenever he is hacking in the system. The first phase is the reconnaissance phase. That is the information gathering phase. So like whenever, if any hacker is given any site or any IP address, so directly by seeing that thing, they can't tell it's having any weakness or not. They have to properly do the information gathering, where they are using a lot of tools available online, and they try to gather more data about the target, because directly seeing the site, we can't tell if it's having any weakness or not. Now the second phase comes, that's the scanning phase, where we try to scan for the network based flaws, we hunt for the vulnerabilities. Then if we are getting some weakness, we will be taking the access, then we try to maintain our access in the system, and at the end we will be clearing the tracks. So they are the main phases in the ethical hacking methodology. So in this footprinting and reconnaissance phase, we are collecting the information. Okay, let's say if I'm giving you one site, Amazon.com. If I am, let's say, if Amazon is running its bug bounty program too, you will not directly jump onto hunting for the weaknesses. You will firstly be searching the basic information, like what is the tech stack of the company, and how many subdomains it is having, where is the main server based out in. So basic information we need to gather out first. That is the footprinting and recon phase. Then we have scanning networks. So in scanning phase, we scan for networks too, we scan for weaknesses too. And then we have enumeration. This is also scanning phase, but here we are going more deeper. Like let's say we have any particular service, for example, SMB service or any file sharing service. So we go into more deep level and we try to gather the information. Then we have a dedicated module onto vulnerability analysis where we shall be learning a lot of automated tools, and we will also be seeing some manual methods like how we can search for the vulnerabilities in the system. Then we have system hacking. Let's say if we have spotted the problem, now what? Now we will be seeing how to take advantage of that and how to hack in the system. So that thing we cover in system hacking. In system hacking, we also cover how we can hack Windows system and how we can hack Linux system. Apart from that, we also learn about how we can hack web servers and the web apps. Okay. Then we have malware threats. In malware threats, we see how we can create malwares and how we can detect malwares. Okay, so these things are covered in the malware threat module. Apart from that, we have a lot of concepts as well. And so many case studies are also there, which is the part of the CEH content. Then we have sniffing. Here we try to hear out, we try to listen out the conversation of the packets which is going in the network. So just like here we use a lot of methods, a lot of tools for passive information gathering, and we also try to like, so you might have heard of like MAC spoofing, ARP spoofing, DHCP spoofing. So all these type of attacks are covered in sniffing module. Okay, and where we start from very very basics, like starting from what is sniffing, its types, and why hacker is doing that, what is the need of sniffing, and then we shall be starting with the basic tools, and then we will be coming on to the advanced concepts. Then we have social engineering. So social engineering, can anybody just tell me, like, have you ever heard like what is social engineering?
uh, to manipulate the person and gather the information by
Correct.
doing
Yeah.
malpractice.
Yeah. So social engineering is the art of manipulating people, because human beings, they are emotional people. So hackers, they just try to play with their emotions. And generally too, humans are the weakest link in any cybersecurity chain. So hackers are using a lot of ways by which they can try to manipulate people. So be it by sending phishing emails or by wishing or smishing. So all these things are covered in the social engineering module. Apart from that, we'll also be learning about a lot of tools by which we can detect social engineering attack. So here we also talk about deepfake, like deepfake attacks and how we can detect deepfake videos, deepfake images, deepfake audio. So all these things are covered in the social engineering module. Then we have DOS, denial of service. So here, let's say we have a server, and hacker wants that that people should not be able to communicate with that server. So they will be sending a lot of packets onto the server will become overloaded and will not be able to serve the request of the valid users. So this is what DOS attack is. So we see like what is DOS attack, some case studies onto DOS, DDoS, and then we'll also be learning how we can perform DOS attack and how we can perform DDoS attack. Then we have session hijacking. So let's say session, you all might be knowing. So it is that phase. Let's say you have logged into the system till you are logging out. So the phase which is in between, that is the entire session. So we also see how to hijack session. Just a second. Yeah. Yes, Abhishek, you can go for CH after CCNA, because CH starts from basics only. Okay, we are starting from basics and then we are moving on to with these modules. Okay. So then we have the module that is evading IDS, firewalls, honeypots. Because let's say if you are trying to perform some attack, but there is a firewall and we have IDS, IPS. So hackers, means white hat hackers, they should also know that how they can bypass firewall. how they can bypass IDS and IPS. So these things are being covered in this module, where we go into detail like how we can bypass, how we can fool firewalls, IDS, IPS. And see, all these things, like you should use only for the good cause, because same knowledge is there with black hats as well. Even the malicious hacker, even they are following the same methods, but we have to become ethical hackers. So we will be learning all these things for a good cause, because it is, because these days, even if somebody will try to bypass IDS IPS without the permission of the company, companies can easily find out like who is that person. Okay, because we have a very good defensive team as well. So these things you need to know, because it is very important. Whenever we are doing pen testing, we need to know about these domains. Okay, then we have hacking web servers, hacking web applications. So web applications, they are, so it's a very big domain in its own, where we talk about the OWASP top 10 standard, and we have a lot of vulnerabilities. We have a lot of categories of flaws under that. So we cover those in this hacking web applications module. Then we have SQL injection. So in the CH content, they have specially so they have given more focus onto SQL injection, which is one of the vulnerability in the web applications. So today we shall be seeing one practical onto SQL injection as well. Then we have a module on to hacking Wi-Fi networks, hacking mobile platforms, hacking IoT and OT. Then we have a module on to cloud computing, where we also see the basic of cloud security, and then cryptography at the end. So these are the 20 modules which is there in the part of CEH curriculum. Okay, fine. So now I'm just coming here. Okay. Now let us see the types of hackers. So below I have stated some type of hackers like white hats, black hats, gray hats, script kiddies, hacktivist. So they are some of the common type of hackers. So white hats are the good hackers, ethical hackers. They will be doing hacking with a good mindset to help companies. Then we have black hats. Black hats are the hackers who are doing hacking for their own selfish needs. Means they are doing hacking, let's say, with a mindset of taking revenge from somebody, or maybe they want to leak the data and they want to sell that data onto dark web. They want to earn money. So the reason could be anything, but they are doing hacking with a bad mindset. So they are the black hats. And then we have gray hat hackers. So who will tell me, like, what do you understand from this name, gray hat hackers? Yeah,
They
somebody.
will do like it's kind of purple. They will practice both ethical and non-ethical.
Okay. Any more guess? Okay. So, so this answer everybody gives, but this is not true. Gray hat hackers, they are the people who have good mindset. Okay, they are doing hacking for a good cause, but they are not properly following the scope, or they are doing hacking. So they are doing hacking for a good cause, but maybe the site owner is not aware of that. So they are the gray hats. Their intention is clean and white, but some of the actions which they are doing, like let's say not taking proper consent before hacking, or so you all might have heard of, like let's say we have some of the fake sites, right? So people who are taking them down, we can call them as gray hat hackers, because their intention is white, but since they are not taking official permission from the person who has created that fake site, so they are the gray hats. All right. Then we have script kiddies. So script kiddies are the people, they are the newbies in the hacking space. So these people are using the existing created scripts by the expert people, but they are not knowing if any harm could happen by running those scripts or not, because they're in the learning phase. So they are the script kiddies. Then we have hacktivists. Hacktivists are the hackers who are doing hacking with any political motivation or agenda. Okay. So they are some of the types of hackers which we have seen. And they are the main phases: recon, scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, and clearing the tracks. Uh, because see, like, this is a normal process which everybody follows. Like, directly by seeing the site or target, it is impossible to identify if it's having any weakness or not. So we have to go through with all these phases. Now let's talk about footprinting. So this footprinting is the first phase of ethical hacking. Here the hacker is trying to gather the information about the target. So we have a lot of tools by which we try to gather the information. So here I am sharing my Kali screen. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is Kali operating system. This is one of the most widely used operating system for pen testing related stuffs, and and even in companies also, like people who are in the red team, they work on to Kali Linux. So we have one more distribution of Linux, that is Parrot operating system. So Parrot is also used for offensive security. And why we are using it? Reason is because here, if I will show you, we have a lot of applications which are there for a lot of activities. If I say reconnaissance, that is to gather information. So we have a lot of tools for reconnaissance. Okay, let's say if I come on to resource development, we have a lot of tools for that. If I come on to initial access, we have tools for that. So for each and every phase, we have tools, dedicated tools. And in Kali, we have around more than 300 plus tools. And whenever required, we can even install some tools from GitHub as well. And in Kali, you generally will not be getting any problem because it is a stable operating system. Okay. All right. So now I'm just showing you, like, let's say if I have a site, for example, Microsoft or Google, and if I want to search like how many subdomains the site will be having, so that thing we can simply gather out using the tools. If I'll tell you what are subdomains, you just see this. Okay, this is one site. For example, let's say testfire.net. Now let's say this is one side. Okay, and here if I'm just showing you demo.aspire.net. Okay, so here can you see this demo.aspire.net? This is a subdomain. Okay, we have a big domain name. Let's say we have google.com, it's the big domain name, and we have subdomains like map.google.com, let's say email.google.com. So they are the subdomains. So here if I'm just showing you maps.google.com, so this maps.google.com, yeah, so now they have converted it to a directory. So now let's say if we want to see how many subdomains a site is having, so for that thing we have tools available. Let's say we have a tool that is subdomain finder. Yeah, so that is sub finder. And so see, in Kali things are quite simple. We can simply type the tool name. We just have to tell like if we want to install or not, and things will be simply installed. So now we have installed one tool and it's still loading up. Yeah, so now the tool is installed successfully. So let's say subfinder, and I am giving, for example, google.com. Okay, so currently the tool is a bit outdated, so we can just update the tool. So things are quite simple in Kali Linux. So for now, I am taking a small scope. Let's say testfire.net. Okay, just a second. Yeah. So now the tool will start working and this will be telling the subdomains. Okay. So subdomains, can you see, like eltoro.aspire.net, demo2.aspire.net, evil.aspire.net. So they are the subdomains. Whenever we are trying to hunt onto any site, the first step is the information gathering phase, that is the reconnaissance phase, where we try to capture like how big is the scope, how many subdomains are there, how many parameters are there. We even look for like what is the tech stack of the site. So here in my PC, I have installed one extension, that is Vapalizer. So now if I'll show you this site, testfire.net, and if we'll come on to Vapalizer, we are seeing like this is using Apache Tomcat for the web server, and programming language uses Java for creation of the site. Okay, so we have so many tools available which we keep on using. Okay. So now we can just see one more tool, that is for username enumeration. Okay. So the tool name is Sherlock. Sherlock. Yeah, I'm installing the tool, and this is a tool with the help of which you can see. Let's say we have a username. So now this username is available onto how many platforms? Let's say if I have my email ID. Okay, let's say my email ID is Sia Kapoor 418. Now I can give my email ID's username, that is Sia Kapoor 418, in the tool, and this tool will tell me that onto what all platforms, maybe onto GitHub, onto freelancer.com, onto LinkedIn, I am available with the same username. So that thing we can check with this Sherlock tool. Okay, so here if I'm just giving Sherlock, and let's give any name. For example, we are giving a name, let's say this name. So now this tool will start searching for the people who have this username. Okay, so we need to give this tool some time, and till then I am shifting to a new tab and we will be discussing some more things. Okay. So now this is what the information gathering phase is all about. Here we have a lot of tools, we have a lot of search engines. So here can you see? So when I talk about footprinting methodology, we can gather information through search engines. We can even gather information through web services. We can gather information for email, for DNS, for network. So we have a lot of ways, we have a lot of tools by which we gather the information. Okay. All right. And now we have one more framework, that is OSINT framework. It is open source intelligence framework. In the OSINT framework, we have a lot of tools which we can use for information gathering. So here if I am just showing you OSINT framework. So in the OSINT framework, we have a lot of tools which are already available. We simply have to give the input. So now if I am coming on to username, we have username search engine and we have specific sites. Let's come on to username search engine. Now we have the tool like Sherlock. So it is one of the tools from this OSINT list. What's my name? Name check, usersearch.org. Just pick any one tool and we can just give the name, and this will tell whether your account is available on that platform or not. So now let's say if I am giving one username here, for example, if here I am just giving this username and I am doing search. So we have to fill this captcha. So we have 3 clock, 4 and 5, and then do confirm. Okay. So now this tool will be searching for this username onto a lot of platforms. And if this account exists onto freelancer or onto GitHub or onto, let's say, Instagram, Facebook or Snapchat, this tool will be sharing the links. And if the account is not there with this username, then this will not be telling. Okay. So now we can see that this username is available onto GFG, Freelancer, HackerRank. Yes. Yeah, so Linux we shall be learning from starting. Okay, so we will be learning everything from level 0, where I will be assuming that you have no knowledge of IT. So we shall be starting from the basics of Linux, basics of Windows, and then we shall be learning about our main concepts. So initial 2 sessions will be reserved for the basics. Okay.
Madam,
All
like I
right.
have one doubt here. This is only the CH module you will be covering here, or the full master program modules, madam? Like how much, what and all courses you will teach us here?
So see, so this demo is dedicated for CEH, but we do provide master program as well. And currently our master program is also running, which is the combination of CH plus Comptia Pentest plus and the CYSA plus. Okay, so we even provide that.
Okay, duration of the CH is 2.5 to 3 months, is it?
So duration and everything, I guess we cover CH in between 30 to 35 hours. That is the estimated time. Means you can say like 1.5 month for CH.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you. Okay. So, all right. So now we are discussing one tool for social engineering. So we have seen one tool for information gathering, that is the Sherlock. We have seen username search tool as well. Ocean framework also we have seen. Now we are going to see a tool by which we can create malicious links. Okay, and the name of the tool is Campfish. So I am going back and let's go to downloads folder. So this is the tool which I have, Campfish. So what Campfish does, Campfish will be creating a malicious link. And now let's say if that link is sent to victim and if victim opens that link and if victim gives all the permission, then the attacker, let's say who is me, will be able to see the real-time photos of that person. So this tool we will be trying to capture real-time photos from your camera. So we can see this practical, but this tool sometimes it work and sometimes this tool does not works. Let's see if this tool is working right now or not because it's an open source tool. So Campfish. Let's see. So here I am. We have to run the tool by typing bash and then campfish.sh. And I'm choosing option number 2. Now let's say festival greetings. So festival name, let's say it's Diwali, and let's wait for it to create our tunnel. Hopefully this will create our tunnel. Let's see. Yes, so the tool has created this link and I am sharing this link with you all in the chat box. And see, you like if you will click on this link by giving permissions, you can even keep hand on your phone's camera, okay? Because this will be capturing your photo. So this is one of the fake link which we have created through Campfish. Yeah. You have to open this in your mobile phone, this link. In laptop, this will not be working. Yes. So like if you're opening in your phone, then also it's good because in laptop, this will not be working. Okay. So firstly, I guess one person opened it. We have the second IP as well. But I guess you're joined, you're opening from your laptop, right? Try to open from your phone. Yeah. So this will not be taking photos from your gallery. So don't worry for that. Like once I will be stopping the server here by doing Control C, all things will be cleared. Yes. Anybody who is trying from laptop, people are joining. Because if you would have joined from phone, then this would have started capturing the images. Yeah, so we have one cam file, second cam file, third, fourth. So now I guess we should stop it. So only one person joined from phone, I guess. So let's do Control C. So now the person who has joined from phone, you please check in your phone. Now the link will not work. It's not working, right? Now try to refresh. Yeah, please tell me. Be interactive. Okay. So let me open downloads folder, Campfish folder. Yeah. So now the tool has captured the image. So would you like to tell like who is the person? Rahul, right? Is it you?
No, this is me, Chandan. Yeah.
Ha, okay, okay. All right. So this is how this Campfish tool works. Just like this, we have a lot more tools which we shall be discussing. Okay. So somebody saying I also tried. Let's see if we have captured you or not. Um okay. So should I send the link again? Okay. Yeah, just tell me, should I share the link again? You also want to try? And see here, like we can customize it according to us. So here, like for now, I have. So you might have noticed, like earlier, we used to get these type of links where it was like Happy New Year wishes, Happy Birthday wishes. Simply give your name, and then these type of pop-ups come up wishing you a Happy New Year in advance. This much time left, right? So I guess even you all might have seen those type of links ever in your life. So even so, we should never click onto any malicious looking links. Sometimes camera will not be asking permission to get open. This will automatically be getting open, and your real time pictures, your photos, even they can go to hackers' place. Okay. All right. So now till here, like if you have any questions, you please ask me or any doubts, anybody. Yes, Ravi, you are correct. So that is true. So this is one of the open source tool, and hackers they are also creating their own tools, and we have a lot of mechanisms by which we can even bypass mobile phone security. Okay, so all things should not be taught in CEH because else the motive of CEH will become only EH. No, only the ethical, only the hacking, not the ethical hacking. Okay. So in ethical hacking, we see how things happen and we even learn like what things we should do, what not to do. But we can also create our own tools like this. We have a lot of paid tools as well for camera phishing, which I will not be telling right now. By which we can create the fake links and even your mobile phone security will get spoofed off. Okay. So now we are going to discuss one more type of attack, that is SQL injection attack. And here I'm showing you. Okay. So this is one site. It is testfire.net. So this site is a testing website designed by HCL for the testing purpose. Even we can hunt onto this site. And generally, whenever we are performing testing, we should never do it onto any live website. But since this live website is available for testing, we can hunt onto it. We have so many more sites available where we can practice testing on these things. Also I will keep on telling you. Now see, this is the site. Okay, and so now this site, and let's take one more site. Let's say it's testphp.vulnerab.com. So even this is also a vulnerable site, and it's designed for testing. Now here, if I'm coming on to sign up, we have the username field and we have the password field. Now let's say if I'm a hacker and if I want to log into the system, but neither I know username nor I know password. So we have, so hackers also test for a lot of ways by which they can bypass the normal authentication methods. Okay. And one of the attack which they try very often is SQL injection attack. They firstly recon and search if the site is having SQL database at the backend or not. If that is true, then they will be trying to check for the SQL injection. Okay. So now here in the username, I am giving one wrong username, which I'm not sure if it's true or not. And the same username I am giving in the password because I'm not sure if it's true or not. Now I am coming on the terminal. We have a tool that is SQL map. Okay, so SQL map is a tool which is used to search for the vulnerabilities in the sites where SQL database is being used. This will be telling if the site is leaking out the names of databases or not. This will also be telling you the name of tables. Yes, let me see the chat box. Yeah, yes. So this thing we have to, yeah, so we have to recon. And in the reconnaissance, we have plenty of tools. So we cannot discuss each and every tool right now. Like here I showed you. Can you see the screen? Yes. We have a lot of methods by which we do footprinting. Okay. So we have to spend a lot of time in reconnaissance. Okay, and here we shall be using a lot of articles. Like, see, we can even use GitHub also to understand the site's nature, what all components are there. Like I showed you, vaporizer is one of the two. We have netcraft, built with, we even hunt on to census, shodan. We have a lot of tools where we have to go, we have to manually check, and then we will be gathering the information. Okay, reconnaissance is the most critical phase in the entire pentest process, which takes a lot of time. If you are good in reconnaissance, then things will be very, very easy for you. Okay, so now here, let's say, yeah. So now I have given the username and password. Now let's say, okay, I am doing login, but this is the incorrect detail, even I am aware of it. So now let's copy this URL and let's do -u, and then we are pasting the URL. Now now this is how the tool is working. We are giving SQL map as the name of tool, -u is for URL, then we are giving the URL, then we are writing --dbs. So they all are the flags which comes with the SQL map tool. If I will show you here, SQL map -h. Can you see that we have the options like --dump, --dbs, which I am using right now. We have --tables, which we will be using right now. So we have plenty of flags here. And these things, because it's a demo session and explaining each and every component in detail right now is even not possible for me. So we are searching for the database names, and then we are giving the option that is crawl to. Now this will be crawling till two directories and then batch. Now we have to just sit back and relax. Tool will be searching for the database names which are present in this site's backend. Okay. So yeah. So now let's see. So when we hunt for SQL injection, we have manual methods too. We have automated methods too. This is one of the automated tool which I am showing you right now. Okay. Moreover, hackers even try to give a lot of payloads in the website's input field, and they check if the site is giving any error or if the site is behaving somewhat differently. Maybe this could be vulnerable to SQL. Okay, and so this is also the phase of reconnaissance where we are trying to know the info. Now here, can you see fetching the database name? So we got Aquat and information schema as the databases. Now we can deep dive inside this database, and so SQL map, URL, and then so now we don't need to search for database names as we already have the name of database. So now we are giving -d, aquat, and --crawl to batch. But now what to do? We want to list out the names of tables. So these options we have seen here in the help, like we have tables, we have data, we have batch, we have -u for URL. And now let's see the name of tables which this will be telling. Yeah, so yes, so then also we can search for, see, but the database is SQL now, still we can hunt for the SQL injection in the sites if it's vulnerable, only then. Okay. Abhishek, CYSA you can go directly also, but CH will give you holistic understanding of cybersecurity, because you can be a good defense person only when you have the knowledge of the basic attacks, like how they are happening. Okay, but you can directly go for CYSA also. That thing is also you can do. So now here can you see that we have got the names of tables like artist, cards, category, featured, guestbook, pictures, products, and users. So now we can go into any one table and we can just look for the data like what is inside them. So here, let's say if I'm going in the users table, so let's do that. So hyphen U, then we are giving hyphen T, and the name of table, that is users, and we are doing hyphen hyphen dump, and now just enter. Yeah, so don't worry for that, Ratnesh. Like, this is only a demo session. In our classes, we shall be learning from basics, where I will be teaching from the ground level, like what is mkdir, ls, how to make folders, files, and the basic networking commands in Linux. So we will be covering everything from level 0 only. Okay. But here, like right now, even I'm not aware of the background of people, and I have thought of some of the topics which I'm explaining, but CH is very interesting, and this will give you flavor of a lot of domains like cloud sec, IoT security, web security, how to gather information, how to exploit services, how to hack Windows 10. So even Windows 10 hacking, Windows 11 hacking, that is also the part of curriculum. We shall also be creating a lot of deepfake videos. We'll also be learning how to detect deepfake content. So these things we will be working on. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now here, if I'm just scrolling up, so we can see that in this site, we have some ID. Then we have, so now this is a bit unclear. Let me decrease my size of this. Okay. So we can just see that we have test as the name, and we have the password as test, and we have the username as test. Okay. And this information is being added by some different person. Even we can change it. So here, like once we have got ID and password, so let's say username is test and password is test. And if we are coming in, so we are seeing here, right? So even so, this is the data coming up, right? We can just change it. We can make it okay, and just give some different information, and that is okay. So now let's change the name also. And so this is a testing site, and there are like hundreds of people, thousands of people who might be trying to hunt for the data at the same time. So but now let's see if the information is changed or not. Maybe this will take some time, and if it's done, then also it's fine. Okay. So let it load. Yeah, and here can you see this Sherlock tool has given up the results. We can see that this person, like this username, account is available onto academia.edu, onto Behance, onto Chess, Code Academy, Duolingo, freelancer.com. So we can just see here. Okay, fine. So yeah, now let's see its results. This will take some time. Okay. So please tell me, like, if you have any questions from any of the things we have discussed, or from the curriculum which we will be discussing, you can ask me. Yes. Okay. You please tell me your doubts, like if you have any. Yeah. Yes, Rajesh and others, if you have any type of questions from topic also, and if you want to ask something which is not in the topic, you can just ask me. And
Yeah, yeah. Actually, we have one question. Okay,
mhm.
all learning CHE on Calix ISO या other tool.
See, Kali is the operating system. We will be using Kali because in Kali, installing tools, downloading packages is very, very simple. You can even use Ubuntu, it's up to you, but that will waste your time. Okay, so Kali is specially designed for offensive security. We have a lot of tools which are pre-installed. So this will not waste your time. Yes, OWASP top 10 will also be covered, and which is a part of our web application module in CEH. So in CEH we have total 20 modules, and web security is one of the module from that. Yes.
Yeah,
So
hi CM.
here,
So from when the class is going to start and at what time?
Yeah, so timings, everything, I guess in the meeting we have, okay, so I guess Abhishek left, it's okay. So yeah, so all this information, it will be given to you by networking team, okay? So, yes.
Hi, ma'am. Gaurav here. I'm from the networkings. Yeah, so guys, the session will be starting in from the next weekend only. Okay, and it will be at similar 11 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so all the details and the Zoom IDs, the course curriculum, that will be added directly in your OTT platform. So you need to sign up on both the OTT platform and on the replay classes as well.
Rajesh, you please ask your doubt, like what is not addressed? Kindly tell me.
Yeah, ma'am. Do you have suppose in a site, if you have a SSL certificate, can you able to get this SQL injection all the user database?
Yes, we can. So SSL certificate, so that is to make your data encrypted when it's on the way. Okay. SSL
Uh,
certificate has no rule with SQL injection. SQL injection is the server side attack. If we have any site that is using SQL, and if the developer has by mistake not enabled the security features, or if like the SQL is the not there, let's say simple SQL statements are being used. So even SQL statements are of two types. We have prepared SQL statements and we have the standard SQL statements. Prepared ones are more secure. So hackers try to hunt for the problems by going
but
inside
but
the
but
database.
but how we
Yeah.
can hack, ma'am, your username password, because all the communication which is happening between your browser and server, it is with encrypted. So how we can get the information if it is in SSL uh,
I'll show you
certificate
that
upload?
right. I'll explain it. Okay. Can you see my whiteboard?
Yeah. No, no.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, see.
All right. So your question is, if the site is using SSL certificate, how can we extract the database, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this SSL certificate is having one role, and that role is, this is the client, this is the server. When the data is on the way in the transit phase, this will be encrypted. So we are not trying to perform man in the middle attack. This thing we are not doing. What we are doing, we now, let's say I am onto my client's end and we have a server, we have the website. Okay. Now we are injecting some payloads in the site, and site website is talking to its backend database. Now if the site is having some problem, now here, now let's say if the site is vulnerable to SQL injection, onto the window, onto the website, we will be seeing either some error, or we will be seeing seeing some message by which we can come to know that it is vulnerable to SQLI. SSL has no role to play with this. Here we are not talking, here we are not capturing the data which is in the transit phase.
Okay,
Here we
so
are talking the server data. Yeah.
so my next question is, for every site which is hosted on cloud or in your on premises,
Mm-hmm.
what is the security you can provide so that users username password cannot be seen?
Yeah, okay. So you are asking username and password cannot be shared.
Otherwise, every account we are having in ICICI Bank or any
Yes.
other bank, it is not secure. So what they
Yeah, yeah.
makes that
So
so that it was.
the first, yes, I'm answering a question. The first thing is hashing. Now, in this scenario, what happened? In this scenario, the passwords and IDs they were stored in the form of plain text. Okay, so hashing is one way. Let's say if hacker has got the database, but that password is encrypted using a very strong hash value, then this will be very difficult for hacker to crack it, and he can't do anything with that hash value if that value is if the hash uses very strict secure hash method. So come
Ma'am,
so some
like when we are giving in ICICI Bank or any bank, we are also giving the plain text. Okay, we are not giving any hashing value there.
Hanji, see, we are not giving the hash values. We are giving plain values. But when those plain values are stored inside the database, these values are stored in the form of hash values. So this processing happens at the backend. Okay, whenever you are giving your password, you are doing sign up, you are giving a plain value, but when the information is going at the database, before getting stored there, it is converted to hash value, and then it is stored in the database. If proper hashing is not done and the database is exposed, then the hackers can easily see the passwords.
Then
So
then 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 the conclude is that the most of the sites which is renowned people, they already been taken care of this.
yes.
Only those sites or local sites, those are only you can do it.
No, see, okay, I have experience of doing bug bounties as well. There were a lot of big companies like Microsoft, Reddit, BigBasket.com, BigCommerce, where I have searched for the weaknesses. We can't tell if our site is a like if we have a big brand, then this will be secure. Weaknesses could be anywhere, and if we are the pen testers, we should not assume any site to be secure. Okay, because you might have seen like even there are a lot of students studying in school 11 12, and they are doing bug bounties. They are able to search for bugs in Google and Microsoft and even in Apple too. Why? Because we being pen testers have to search for all the methods by which a hacker can hack in the system, because it is very normal. Big sites they keep on updating some of the components. Let's say if something is added, if some new patch they have made out, so problems can come anytime. So we can't say like if it's Apple or if it's Microsoft or if it's Google, then it's 100% secure, because every day you just check online, there are a lot of bug bounty hunters who are finding bugs in the sites, because we can't assume that this will be secure. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. um okay, Abhishek is saying I have 1 year of experience in network engineering. Yeah. So after this program, like you can apply for cybersecurity analyst, consultant, or even in entry level pen testing roles. Because we will be learning in such a way that firstly we shall be covering concepts, then I will take you on to labs, and then on to live sites too for the bug bounties. Okay. So you can
Ma'am,
so you will be having
ma'am, in the enterprise network, exactly for the cyber security, what are the tools they
Mhm.
are using? As a practical way, not they'll be not using every other tools, but they'll be there'll be some standard tools where they are doing those testing and all. So what are those tools?
In which environment?
No, for those, because now you have been trying for the Kali Linux. Is that every
Mhm.
enterprise they are using that?
See, Kali is only for pen testing, okay,
Okay, okay,
not for enabling security. So
okay.
see,
No,
We
security, that is a different thing. They are doing, they are taking
use Kali Linux in companies also.
for a cyber security role. So
Yeah.
when you are in enterprises, you are checking whether anybody is trying to your site, or you've been notifying to your to your employees. These are the things are coming. So what are the tools they are using as a real time?
Yeah. So, okay. See, in pen testing, whenever we are working with the clients, okay, we are, let's say, if client has given us any IP, let's say if they have their network IP where they want us to hunt on, or if there is any application URL. So we firstly be searching for the flaws by using a lot of tools which we have. We have specific tools for info gathering phase. We even use a lot of automated tools like Nessus, Burp Suite. Burp Suite we even use for manual PT. And let's say if we have to hunt onto problems in the API, we have API scanning tools separate for that. So we have plenty of tools, and here we are talking with the cybersecurity engineers directly. We pen tester talk with the engineers because they are the ones who will be making the fixes. We are not doing any fixing. We will be searching for the problems. We will be telling them that this is how we can remediate. We can just remediate the issue, and they have to fix it for us. Because generally we will not be having the excess of source code every time. And if you're talking from the defensive perspective, then the SOC analyst who is monitoring, he will be raising the tickets onto the ticketing tools. We have a lot of type of ticketing tools like Jira, ServiceNow. Some companies have their
Oh,
own
that is,
tools as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Yes. Um. All right. I guess the time for demo is completed. Yeah. So Rahul is saying how many courses. So in master program we have three courses. That is CEH Master. We have CompTIA Pentest Plus, and we have CompTIA CYSA Plus. Okay. Abhishek is saying I want to build in current defensive. Yeah. So for defensive security also, you firstly need to have the foundations knowledge. Then CH is like a thali, which will expose you with the variety of domains. And I will say, um, like you can directly go for CYSO too, but CH will make you like understand how the things work, how the hacker is hacking. Because if you want to be a police, you should also know how a thief is thinking, right? Because police can understand like what a thief's mindset could be. Okay. All right, so fine then. I guess all questions are answered, and micro attack framework is a big concept. And if I will start explaining, I will, so this will take a lot of time. Okay, so we will be discussing those as well in our sessions. Thank you, everybody. It was very interactive session. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.